Hello, my people. I'm back with another episode, and I bring to y'all the playoffs from the Texas Football League Season 1 from Pen and Paper Football D20 Dice Engine game. Um, this this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're gonna witness who is gonna become the first and the new, the first TFL Bowl champions. Um, we have the finalists here. We have in the wild card round in the Northern Conference, we have the 5-5 Alameda Eagles going against the 5-4-1 Anderson Road Russian Bulls, and the Southwest Punishers. They'll be waiting for the winner out of those two at the Northern Conference Championship round. And at the Southern Conference, in the wild card round as well, we have the 4-6 Harlem Clark Athletes going against the 7-3 Carnival Road Airhawks, and the Waterloo Blue Sharks will be waiting for the winner out of those two in the Southern Conference Championship round. They're 7-3. So let's go ahead and see who's gonna win the whole series. Let's see who's gonna become the new our first world champion. So six final teams. They all fought through 10 games in the season for them to get to the point where they're at right now. So let's go ahead and get this game already started. The Alameda Eagles going up against the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. The Alameda Eagles visiting the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You know what? And I should have wrote their respective home records, but oh well. We'll just worry about their overall record. And I think the Anderson Road Russian Bulls were pretty good at home. The Alameda Eagles on the road, they were really all right. But I know the team that was really extremely superior was the Waterloo Blue Sharks. They finished undefeated at home, 5-0. So you already know this team is going to have a lot of advantage. Of course, just in the Southern Conference Championship round, once they reach the final round, which will be for the Texas Football League Championship Bowl, that's when it's going to change because, they'll be playing, I'm pretty sure, in a stadium where it's going to benefit both of them. It's going to be pretty much a lot of fans for whoever wins and fans for, so let's say, for instance, if the Southwest Punishers and the Waterloo Blue Sharks were to face in the TFL Bowl event, then, of course, it will be a lot of fans of the Punishers side, and it will be a lot of fans for the Blue Sharks side. So that'll be a good advantage for both. Let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and start this Texas Football League 2026 Season 1 playoffs. We're here in the wild card round. The Alameda Eagles visiting the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. The Alameda Eagles coming here with their head coach, Yvonne Martinez. They're on a run and shoot offense, nickel 4-2-5 defense. They're a +1 offense, 0 on defense. They come in with their quarterback, Vince United. Just had a really spectacular year. Running back, Andre Omar. Receivers, Siki Valdez, Christian Barrios, Guile Candy, and Happy Norris. Now for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls, they come in here with their head coach, Dick Mayweather. They're a 0 on offense, but a -1 on defense. They're on a Wildcat offense, nickel 3-3-5 defense. Their quarterback, Victor Queen, also had a pretty good, decent year. Running backs, Walter Brown, Joe Rush. And the receivers is Mario Dickerson, Brandon Jones, and their tight end, Greg Newton. So let's go ahead and get this game started, ladies and gentlemen, here in the playoffs, wild card round. Who do y'all got for this game? Who do you think is going to win? The Alameda Eagles or the Anderson Road Russian Bulls? So here comes the Alameda Eagles will be the purple and the blue for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. So here comes, ladies and gentlemen, the Alameda Eagles are going to call for heads. And they get tails. So the Anderson Road Russian Bulls will get the ball first to start here the wild card round. So let's go ahead Let's get this game started. Let me get my scoring sheet here. All right, so here we go. We're about to go ahead and start this game. All right. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. And the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. So here comes what they're going to do here in the first quarter. Let's see. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. Victor Queen, their quarterback. They're in the Wildcat offense. Here we go. They let it go, and that will be, oh, what is that right there? That's a 4 and a 6, so that's going to be no points for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. That was on defense. Oh, okay. That was a punt for 52. Okay, nothing bad. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. What they're going to do here in the first quarter. Let's see. Let's see if they got what it takes to already jump on a lead. Let's see. Here we go. The Alameda Eagles. They let it go, and that will be a 7 plus 1. That'll be an 8. No, that's going to be no points. That was on offense, and that was a missed field goal by their kicker, place kicker, Mickey Day misses a field goal. Oh my God, he's really not had a real good year, as he's missed a lot of multiple field goals in a lot of games. So here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. What they're gonna do here? Still scoreless game between these two here in the wild card round in the Northern Conference. Here we go. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They let it go, and that will be a 15. Yeah, they're going to get it. No modifier on defense by the Eagles. 15, that will be a touchdown. Oh, man, look at this. What was the touchdown for? That was a pass for 39. So their quarterback, Victor Queen, throws a TD pass right here. Good job by him. Okay, there you go. They're up 7-0. Now, what is the Alameda Eagles going to do here in the second quarter before we hit the halftime? Here we go. Here comes their quarterback, Vince United. What they're going to do? Here we go. They're in a run and shoot offense. Here it comes. They let it go, and that will be a 14. That's a 3 plus 1. That's a 15. The same thing. That's a touchdown. So the Alameda Eagles, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to tie this game at 7 apiece. We're going to halftime 7-7, all tied up. Okay, so it's been a real good game here for them. And what is the touchdown for? I forgot. Okay, that was a TD run for the Alameda Eagles. Okay, now we're going to the second half. Kickoff will be received by the Alameda Eagles. What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here in the, what are they going to do here on the third quarter? Let's see. Let's see what they have. Here comes the Alameda Eagles in the third quarter. They let it go, and that will be a 4 or 5. That'll be a -1 to a 3. No matter. So that's no points for the Alameda Eagles. That was on defense. That was a sack for a 2-yard loss against their quarterback, Vince United. Let's see who got the sack. I would like to know. A 10. And that was their middle linebacker, Mike Carey, with the sack. So good job. What a great defensive play by the linebacker, Mike Carey. So here you go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They're all tied up, 7-7. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Let's see if they can take the lead. Here we go. They let it go. Oh, my God. That's an 8. That's not going to be no points. So that was on offense. And, okay, so there was no missed field goal. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go into the fourth quarter. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. What are they going to do here? This is the final quarter. Let's see if they can put up some points and get on the lead. Here we go. With the quarterback, Vince United. Their head coach, Ivan Martinez. He's had already a few words with him and the team. Letting them know, come on. This is an important game for us, guys. We got to put up some points. Can't trust this Bulls team. This Bulls can really put up some points. Here we go. They let it go, and that will be an 11. And a -1. What a great defensive play by the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They would have got a field goal, but they brought it down to a 10. So that's no points. Good defense by the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. So here we go. It's not over yet. So here in the playoffs, we will go to the to an overtime. Okay, the regular season, my rules, no, we don't have to. So here we go. That was on on defense. Let's see. That was a fumble right there. Can you believe that? Oh my God. So that was a fumble. Okay. That was a fumble right there. Let me see. Who got the fumble here? 12. Oh my God. Their quarterback, Vince United, fumbled the ball. Okay. So here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. Ladies and gentlemen, this comes to this final road. This final roll right here. If they get on the lead right here, they will win the game and advance to the Northern Conference Championship round to go and face the Southwest Punishers. Here we go. Can they do it here? They let it go, and that's a 12. Yeah, that's going to be enough, right? Yep. 12. That's a field goal, and they're going to win this one, ladies and gentlemen. There's a field goal there. A field goal winner, I would say. All right. So, what was the field goal for? How long? It was for 44 yards, so they kicked it from the 27. And man, their place kicker, Bobby Hanks, man, everybody lifting them up in the air and they're just congratulating them and everything. They're just so happy to have a kicker like him. Just having the game winner, kicking I'm pretty sure kicked it right in the last minute of the game. So there you go. We have, ladies and gentlemen, the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They move on to the Northern Conference Championship round to go on and face the Southwest Punishers. So let's see, the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. Okay. Let me see. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls. Okay. You know what? Okay, let me see. We're gonna go to. They're gonna go to. Oh no! Why did I put that? Oh my God! What am I doing? They're gonna go to 6-4-1. Okay, they're gonna go to 6-4-1. Going against the 6-3-1 Southwest Punishers. Okay. So there you go. What I'm really concerned right now is because I have an alarm that wakes me up, around 5 o'clock every morning. So it's about to set off, and hopefully it doesn't cut the video. If it does, I'll have to just record a second video and just glue it together, So, but it's nothing bad, We'll get it fixed. So there you go. Now we're going to the other wild card game, and that will be between the Harm Clark Athletes and the Connerville Road Arrowhawks. Okay. We're about to go ahead and get this other wild card started here at the Southern Conference. Which of these two is going to go on and face the Waterloo Blue Sharks? We'll see right now. The Waterloo Blue Sharks undefeated at home, 5-0. But we'll see. The Harm Clark Athletes, they came in here with a losing record. Can you believe that? 4-6, facing those tough 7-3 Connerville Road Arrowhawks. So we'll see what happens in this one. All right, so here we go. Here comes the Connerville Road Arrowhawks at home, and the Harm Clark Athletes visiting them. So here comes the Harm Clark Athletes coming in here with a +2 on offense, 0 on defense. with their head coach William Yates. They're a run-heavy offense, dime 4-1-6 defense. Their quarterback Jason Whitaker. Their halfback Michael Harvey. Fullback Larry Sawyer. Receivers is Joseph Carter, Al Franklin. Their tight end is Gerald Mason. Now, the Carnival Road Airhawks playing here at home. They're a +2 and a -2 on defense. So +2 on offense and -2 on defense. That's the best ratings out of all these pen and paper football teams. The head coach is Vincent Hall. They're in a run and shoot offense, 46-bear defense. The quarterback is Kobe Murray Jr., He's really had almost an MVP season. Halfback is Abraham Coles. Receivers DeAndre Adams, Joe Flowers, Aaron Smarts, and Christian Strawberry. So let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and get this wild card started here at the Southern Conference. Give me 1 minute. Let me go get something I forgot. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Sorry about that. I had to step out for a bit. All right, so here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes going up against the Carnival Road Airhawks. Who do you have in this one? Who's going to win this one and advance to the Southern Conference Championship round to go on and face those Waterloo Blue Sharks? They're undefeated at home. So here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. They're going to call, and let me see. They will be, purple for the Airhawks and the blue for the Harm Clark Athletes. So here we go. The Athletes, they call for tails. And no, that's heads. So the Carnival Road Airhawks will get the ball first. Here, this is the first half kickoff. Here we go. The Carnival Road Airhawks with the quarterback Kobe Murray Jr. What kind of game plan they have stored, so what they're gonna do they have what it takes to advance to the Southern Conference Championship round. Here we go. Here comes the Airhawks. They let it go, and that's a 13 and a +2 to a 15. That's a touchdown for the Airhawks, and they're up already, ladies and gentlemen, by a touchdown, 7-0. And that was a pass for 59, pass from Kobe Murray Jr. So that's going to be a TD pass right here for him. Okay. So here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? They're down by a touchdown to the Carnival Road Airhawks. Here we go. Let's see if they have what it takes to be an underdog team and to still advance to the conference championship round. Here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. That's a 16. Yep, it is +2, 18. That's 14 points. Oh my God, look at this. The Harm Clark Athletes are coming with everything. That was a run and a kickoff return for a touchdown. So that was their return man, Ralph Moses. So a TD run. Right here, TD run and a kickoff return for a touchdown. Okay, man, unbelievable. Look at this. The Harm Clark Athletes are just putting on a show. As they are saying, just because we are the underdog team doesn't mean that we're going to go out easy. So here we go. Here comes the Carnival Road Airhawks. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? Let's see. See what happens here. Here comes the Airhawks. They let it go, and that's an 8. No, +2, that's 10. Oh, they almost had a field goal at least. But they're going to come empty-handed. And that was a field goal miss by their place kicker, Ramiro Guerrero. Oh, my God. So now we're going now to the Harm Clark Athletes as they have a 14-7 lead before going to the halftime. Here we go, and they are also going to receive the second half kickoff. Here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? Can they add more points? Let's see. They let it go, and that's an 18 +2, 20. Oh, my God. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. That is 21 more points for the Harm Clark Athletes. And right now, they're up by 28, 35-7 all over the Carnival Road Airhawks. Let's see the touchdowns. TD run. Punt return for a touchdown and a pass. And man, there's already 2-1, a kickoff return and a punt return touchdown by Ralph Moses, the return man. Unbelievable. So they already have 2 rushing touchdowns. They have a punt return and a TD pass. So, oh my God, they even doing it with the arm, Jason Whitaker. So right now, oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It's a shocking game right here, as we cannot believe that the Connerville Road Airhawks, despite being 7-3, finishing with a pretty good, decent record, they are down by as many as 28, 35-7 going into halftime. So here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Do they have what it takes to be that underdog team to advance, to go on and face those Blue Sharks at the Southern Conference Championship round? Let's see if they have more to add to the lead. They are already embarrassing the Airhawks here in their own stadium. Here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. Let it go. That's a 1 + 2, 13. That's a field goal. And they continue to add points right here. They continue to add points. And here we go. Well, okay. Yeah, I was looking at the alarm set off, and I'm surprised it didn't cut my video off. Oh, thank you so much, my Lord. Here we go. Now, it is now 38-7. Can you believe this? Unbelievable. This is really shocking to see right here that the wait a minute, that was a field goal, right? Field goal for, let's see, a field goal for 30 yards. So they kicked it from the 13. All right, so the Harm Clark Athletes been moving the ball pretty good downfield. Here we go. The Connerville Road Airhawks, now they're down by as many as 31 points. Can you believe it? 38-7. Here we go. Here comes the Airhawks. They're in desperate mode. They're trying to get some points here. They better get some points here in the third quarter. And that's a 15 + 2. That's a 17. That's 10 points only. So they cut the lead to 21. 38-17 already. Let's see. It goes first, and the touchdown, a run for 3 yards, and a field goal for 39. They kicked it from the 22. So that's going to be, what is it? Rushing touchdown. So we put here TD run. Okay. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Harm Clark Athletes all over the Connerville Road Airhawks still 38-17. Okay. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the final fourth quarter? They want to go ahead and add at least a field goal more so they can seal up this victory, at least, But you know what? Let me see. They're down by 21. Oh yeah, they can still have a chance to come back, because if they roll a 20, that will be 21 points. Yeah, they could tie this game. Here we go. The Harm Clark Athletes. They just want to add a few more points to secure the win and advance to the Southern Conference Championship round. Here we go. The Harm Clark Athletes. That's a 16. Yeah, they're gonna do it. Oh no, -2 down to a 14. But it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. A touchdown. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. And the Harm Clark Athletes are going to put 45 points to secure that win, a rushing touchdown once again. So that's, let me see, 3 TD runs, a TD pass, a kickoff return, and a punt return for a touchdown. So there you go. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. But let me see. That is 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're good. 3 rushing touchdowns, a touchdown pass, a kickoff, and a punt return for touchdowns. Man, this Harm Clark Athletes have really shocked the world out here at the Texas Football League event. They cannot believe what they're doing here to the Conner Road Airhawks. Everybody expected the Airhawks to win this game and to advance. And they were giving them almost a 10-1 favor, but oh my God, this is shocking. This is really unbelievable to watch. Here we go, the Airhawks. They're just gonna see if they can score more points. Yes, they will. That's the 18, and that's only gonna be 14 points. That's 24. That's 31 points right there for the Conner Road Airhawks. They just did not have enough to try to come back in this game. That's a kickoff return and a punt return. So they both were returned by the return man, Patrick Boykin. I'm pretty sure the special teams just were like, man, we already winning this game. What are we playing for, right? I mean, we're about to advance to the Southern Conference Championship round. I mean, they are playing, to try to advance. But, oh my God, look at this. TD pass, TD run. Okay. So TD pass, TD run, kickoff, and punt return. So both kickoff and punt return touchdowns. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Harm Clark Athletes have won this game. Let me see. Let me just put here 5-6 and 6-4-1. They're going here. Okay, so the Harm Clark Athletes, man, they come in here and shock this the fans here of the Conner Road Airhawks, beating them by 45-31. Oh my God, a high scoring game. And the Harm Clark Athletes are going to advance, ladies and gentlemen, to go on and face the Waterloo Blue Sharks at the Southern Conference Championship round. All right. And they're coming here at a record of 5-6, including with the regular season, facing those 7-3 Waterloo Blue Sharks. So now we're going back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Northern Conference Championship round. And we have the Anderson Road Russian Bulls coming from a lower scoring game. Not a convincing win, but came from beating the Eagles by a field goal, 3 points, 10-7. They only had a touchdown pass and, a sack on defense. But, man, I got to tell you, this is really going to be an important game for the Southwell Stowe Punishers as they're coming here, and they were battling it out. They were really fighting for that Northern Conference. They were both tied. I believe they were at, they were 5-3-1, something like that. So the Southwell Stowe Punishers, they're showing a lot of hunger as they really want to advance to the bowl game and win that championship. They have a lot of hunger, and they're humble too. And they're saying that, you know what, we are the Conner Road Airhawks. We're here at home. We have home field advantage. We have home field advantage. So we have to really take advantage of this opportunity. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Northern Conference Championship round. Out of this two, who's gonna make it to the TFL Bowl championship event? So here we go. No. Wrong one. Anderson Road Russian Bulls visiting those Southwell Stowe Punishers. All right. So here, the Anderson Road Russian Bulls coming in with a 0 on offense, -1 on defense, Wildcat offense, nickel 3-3-5 defense. Head coach Dick Mayweather, quarterback Victor Queen, halfbacks Walter Brown, Joe Rush, Mario Dickerson, Brandon Jones are the receivers, and Greg Newton, that's the tight end. For the Southwell Stowe Punishers, they don't have a modifier, 0-0 on offense and defense. But they're a balanced offense, 4-3 base defense. Their head coach is Nico Sabala. Quarterback Matt Wilson, which he's also had pretty much almost an MVP season. The halfback Richie Williams. The receivers Andre Wallace, Derek Johnson, and their two tight ends, Bernard Milton and Brandon Spencer. So let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and get this Northern Conference Championship round started. Who do y'all have for this one? Who's going to win this one? Okay, here we go. The Southwell Stowe Punishers, they will be the purple and the blue for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. Here comes the Russian Bulls. Call for tails. Yeah, they will get the ball first. So here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls here at the Northern Conference Championship round, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to win this one? Here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. Do they have what it takes to advance to the TFL Bowl Championship event? Here we go. They let it go. And 17. Oh, yeah, 17. That's going to be 10 points for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. So there you go. Good job by the Russian Bulls. And the field goal comes up first. Let me see. Field goal for 42 yards. And a punt return for a touchdown. So their return man, Dante Woodson, returns it back to the house. And, yep, punt return we're going to put here. Punt return for a touchdown, okay? Good job by the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They go up on the lead first, 10-0. Here comes the Sample Punishers, the home team. Do they have what it takes to take out the Russian Bulls out of there and for them to advance to the Bowl Championship? Here we go. Here comes the Sample Punishers with their quarterback, Matt Wilson. That's 5 minus 1 to a 10. That's a 9. Don't matter. That's no points for the Sample Punishers. That was on defense, and that was a sack for a 5-yard loss. Oh, my God. So, remember, the Russian Bulls had a sack. So, man, their pass rushing, their blitzing is really good here. They've really been doing a good job getting to the quarterback. A 7, and that's their left end, Mario Gomez, that did the sack. So, defensively, they've been playing extremely good. They've been putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And blitzing pretty good. Here we go, the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? Can they add more points here? Let's see if they can do it. Here comes with their quarterback, Victor Queen. And, man, this is a Wildcat running offense. So let's see if they run most of the time. Here we go. They let it go, and that'll be a 16. Yep, 16. That's going to be a touchdown. Oh, man, look at this. Now they're up 17-0, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a pass for 9. Pass. TD pass right there for Victor Queen. So we're going to put it here, TD pass. Oh, my God, look at this. They're increasing the lead, ladies and gentlemen, against the Sample Punishers. Here comes the Sample Punishers. They are, they're down by as many as 17 points. Let's see if they can put up some points here before halftime. Here we go. Here comes the Sample Punishers. They let it go. That's a 17, yes, it is. And that's on offense. 17, that would be 10 points. Not bad at all. So they cut the lead to 7. Let's see what goes first. The field goal goes first. Oh, wait a minute. A field goal for 42 and a pass for 36. Okay. So that's a TD pass for the Sample Punishers from Matt Wilson. So there you go. We're going now to the second half. It is the Russian Bulls over the Punishers 17-10 by a touchdown. Here we go. The Sample Punishers, can they come back in this one and tie it or take the lead? Here we go. Here comes the Sample Punishers. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Here we go. They let it go, and that's a 7. Nope, nothing. So they walk blank there in that third quarter. That was an offense. And that was a field goal miss from their place kicker, Boy Howard. Man, I got to tell you, Boy Howard's had a lot of misses here in season 1. He really didn't kick the ball that bad, but I think he only made half of all the attempts he made. Now here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls, ladies and gentlemen. Can they increase the lead from their 17-10 lead? Here we go. Here comes their quarterback, Victor Queen. What is he going to do here? He lets it go, and that's a 19. Yes, it is. 19, that's 17 points. Oh, no, this is not good news for the Sample Punishers, as now they're down by 24, 34-10. Unbelievable. Here we go. Goes first. Okay, the field goal will go first. So that will be, oh, no, let me see. Field goal for 36 yards. A run and a punt return for a touchdown. Oh my God, that's already the second one. Yep, second one for the Russian Bulls of their special teams. Man, their return man, Dante Woodson's doing a good job returning it to the house for touchdowns. 2 punt returns already for touchdowns. Here we go. Here comes the San Francisco Punishers, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, yeah, this game is over. And the Russian Bulls are going to advance to the Texas Football League Championship Bowl. They already know it. They smell it. They already grabbed they have the big old, cooler full of ice with water. They're about to pour all that on the head coach of, on Dick Mayweather. Here we go. Here comes the San Francisco Punishers. They let it go. That's a 20, and nope, that's a -1, bringing it down to a 17. Oh my God. That would have been 21 points, but no, it came up. The defense, the Bulls brought it down to 1. So they come up with 27 points. Oh my God, look at this. Who goes first? Okay, the field goal will go first. So that's a field goal for 41. So we have a run, and then we have a pass. A run and a pass, okay. A run and a pass. So it was 2 TD passes and a TD run. So there you go. They're about to lose this game anyways. So here comes the Russian Bulls, as they know this game's pretty much a wrap-up. They're about to advance to the TFL Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the Addison Road Russian Bulls. Yep, nothing. It doesn't matter because they are going to advance to the championship event. They win this one by a touchdown, 34-27, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, 2 punt returns. Okay, 2 punt returns. Okay, so 2 punt returns for touchdowns. Yeah, sack, TD pass, and a TD run. Okay. So man, special teams, everybody did it. The defense, everybody was involved into this big, huge victory of the Addison Road Russian Bulls. So now they go to 7-4-1, and the San Francisco Punishers will drop to 6-4-1. I mean, well, they're already out. They're eliminated. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Addison Road Russian Bulls. Yeah, they'll be at the TFL Bowl waiting for the winner of the Harm Clark Athletes and the Blue Sharks. So here we go. I'm going to put them right here. Addison Road Russian Bulls. They're already the finalists. Yep. They're waiting for the winner out of the Harm Clark Athletes and the Waterloo Blue Sharks at the Southern Conference Championship round. Man, congratulations to the Bulls advancing and beating those Connerville Road, the Southwell Snow Punishers. So here we go. And another great event. This is 2 teams, rivals, that they really do not like each other at all. They hate each other. This was, they were always in a slugfest during the regular season, where the Harm Clark Athletes won most of those meetings. I'll tell you that right now. And I'll tell you why the Waterloo Blue Sharks just hates playing against this team, because, they always tried their best to try to score as many points they can for them to hold them off, but their defense is just not good enough. Their defensive coordinator for the Blue Sharks, Drake Rodney, he needs to come with a different game plan. He needs to come more aggressive, not allow Jason Whitaker, the quarterback for the Athletes, to just throw the ball however he wants to do with that defense. So he's going to have to do his best to set it up right and to really put a real good defense out there to stop this offense of the Harm Clark Athletes. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Southern Conference Championship round. Who's going to win this game? All right, here we go. We have the Harm Clark Athletes coming in here with a +2 on offense, 0 on defense. Run heavy offense, dime 4-1-6 defense. Their head coach is William Yates. Their quarterback is Jason Whitaker. Halfback is Michael Harvey. Fullback is Larry Sawyer. Receivers is Joseph Carter, Al Franklin. Tight end Gerald Mason. For the Waterloo Blue Sharks, a team that finished with a record of 7-3, they were undefeated, 5-0 at home during the regular season. They're a +1 on offense, 0 on defense, run heavy offense, 9.416 defense. Their head coach is Noah Underwood. He's done a spectacular job with this team. Their quarterback DJ Orton which also he's almost had an MVP season. Halfback Ray Alexander, fullback Cody Wallace, receivers Marvin Bradley, Jerry Jordan, and their tight end Arthur King. So here the Blue Sharks will be the blue dye, and for the Harm Clark Athletes they'll be the purple dye. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Southern Conference Championship round. So who is going to advance to the TFL Bowl to go on and face those Anderson Road Russian Bulls? Here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. Have been, in my opinion, the kryptonite of the Waterloo Blue Sharks. They always have figured out a way how to beat them. And the Waterloo Blue Sharks, they just can't figure out how to get out of that hole with them, because they always run. Every time they run up to face them, they already know they're going to have a problem. So here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. They call for tails. Yep, tails, and they'll get the ball first. Here we go, the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? This is the team that eliminated, they came from shocking the Southern Conference, eliminating the Connerville Road Airhawks. Let's see who's going to win this one. Here we go. The Harm Clark Athletes in the first quarter. What are they going to do? They let it go, and that's, what is that? Oh, man, what is that right there? Oh, that's a 4. I'm sorry, I couldn't see it. +2 to a 6, that's nothing. And, okay, so there's no missed field goal. All right, so that's nothing for the Harm Clark Athletes, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? They are great at home, undefeated. Nobody has ever dared to beat them here in their own stadium. Here we go. What are they going to do here? Here comes the quarterback, DJ Orton. He lets it go, and that will be a 3. Unbelievable. Nothing. Wow, this was on defense, a punt for 54. Okay. So here we go. We're going to the second quarter. The Harm Clark Athletes, still a scoreless game between these two. Is this going to be a high-scoring game? I don't know. Here we go. The Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the second quarter with their quarterback, Jason Whitaker? Here we go. Harm Clark Athletes let it go, and that will be a 3. Oh my God, no points. No points at all. This was on defense. Interception. Oh man. That was an INT thrown by Jason Whitaker, the quarterback. Good job by the defense of the Waterloo Blue Sharks. Here we go. What are they going to do here in the second quarter before halftime? Can the Blue Sharks get on the lead? Here we go. Here comes the Blue Sharks. They let it go, and that's an 11. An offense +1. That's a 12. Is the same thing. So they at least come with a field goal before halftime. That was a field goal for 40 yards. They kicked it from the 23. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're at halftime, and the Blue Sharks, for the moment, they're up 3-0 on the Harm Clark Athletes. What are the Blue Sharks going to do here in the second half? They will receive the kickoff. Head coach Noah Underwood, I'm pretty sure, talked to all his coordinators. Offensive coordinator Clark Boston, the defensive coordinator Drake Rodney. They're letting them know, come on guys, we got to set up now a different strategy. Can I walk to the second half with the same game plan? This guy's always figure out a way how to, get us in the second half. Here we go. Here comes the Blue Sharks. They let it go, and that'll be a 2. No. That's no points for the Blue Sharks. This was on offense. So this was a field goal miss by their place kicker, Kyle Crosby. And I got to tell you, Kyle Crosby has really missed a lot of field goals this season. Man, I don't know if they're going to consider to really let him go or give him another try for second season. So here we go. You have to think about it pretty carefully, in the off season. Here we go. Here it comes. The Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do? They're down by a field goal. They have not scored a point yet. Here we go. Harm Clark Athletes. They let it go, and that's an 11. Yep. +2. That's a 13. Oh, that was almost a touchdown, but it's a field goal. And that was a field goal for 30 yards. So they kicked it from the 13. So right now it is all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, 3-3. This is a big defensive game right here. I got to tell you that right now. And the Harm Clark Athletes thought that this was going to be a cakewalk. They thought they were going to be able to score over 40 just like they did against the Arrowhawks and come with the upset. But no, it's a whole different game right here. Different, team right here. And, man, I'm really surprised that the Blue Sharks that really hold them to just 3 points. Here we go. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. What are they going to do here in the fourth quarter? They got to come up with some points. That's an 11. Yep. +1, a 12. That's a field goal. So the Blue Sharks are going to come in here with 6 points only. But, man, they're running a lot of risk there. Let's see. Field goal for 38 yards. So, man, I wouldn't trust this defense because, man, I mean, they've done a pretty good job almost the whole day. But, come on. The Harm Clark Athletes, they only need, if they hit a field goal, they'll tie it and go to overtime. But we'll see right now. Here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here? They got to come up with, if they hit at least a 14 or higher, they'll win this game and advance to the championship bowl game. Here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here? They let it go, and that's a 10, a 4. No, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to come up short. If they would have hit a 3 or less in their offensive die here, they would have had a field goal at least, and that would have given +2 into a 12 and would have got a field goal and forced it overtime. No. And guess what? The Waterloo Blue Sharks, they're going to come out of survive this one. Yep, they're going to come out of this one surviving the Harm Clark Athletes after, they've been their kryptonite for the whole season. And finally, the Blue Sharks figure it out how to, walk out of here alive because they just barely made it. They did not play well at all. That offense was shut down by the defense of the Harm Clark Athletes. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are having 2 finalists already here at the Championship Bowl game. We have the 7-4-1 Anderson Road Russian Bulls going against the 8-3 Waterloo Blue Sharks. So who's going to win the championship game, ladies and gentlemen? Who do y'all have in this one right here? Man, I got to tell you. Man, what happened to the Harm Clark Athletes, man? I thought this team was going to put up a big amount, huge, massive of points, like they've always done against this Waterloo Blue Sharks defense. But I guess the head coach, Noah Underwood, had some really serious words. He had a really deep talk with Drake Rodney, their defensive coordinator. And they were just trying to figure it out and say, come on, we have to talk to our defensive guys, and we have to, make some stops, because this Harm Clark Athlete team has always found a way how to put up a lot of points against our defense. But today, I got to tell you, the defensive coordinator, Rodney, he did listen, and he did a good job stopping them, and only allowing them to a field goal. The only game with the lowest score, well, not the only game, well, it is the lowest scoring game because the Alameda Eagles and Russian Bulls was 10-7. This one was 6-3. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to the main event, and that is the TFL Bowl championship event. Who is going to win? Who's going to become world champions? Who do y'all have? The Anderson Road Russian Bulls or the Waterloo Blue Sharks? So here we go. We're here at the bowl game. So the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They come in here with a 0 on offense, -1 on defense, Wildcat offense, nickel 3-3-5 defense. Their head coach is Dick Mayweather. Their quarterback, Victor Queen. Halfback, 2 halfbacks is Walter Brown, Joe Rush. The receivers is Mario Dickerson, Brandon Jones. Tight end is Greg Newton. Now for the Waterloo Blue Sharks, they're a +1 on offense, 0 on defense, run-heavy offense, dime 4-1-6 defense. Their head coach is Noah Underwood, and their quarterback is DJ Orton. Halfback is Ray Alexander. Fullback Cody Wallace. Receivers Marvin Bradley, Jerry Jordan, and their tight end Arthur King. So here we go. Who's gonna win this one? Man, who do you have? Man, this is gonna be a spectacular and a great game right here. We're about to find out who is gonna be our first Texas Football League Championship Bowl team. So here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They're gonna call for tails. They do get tails. They'll get the ball first. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We on our way to start here the Texas Football League Championship Bowl event. Here we go. The Bulls are hungry for that bowl. They want to be the ones to become champions. Here we go. Here comes the Russian Bulls. They let it go, and that will be a 10. Nope, no modifier. So that's no points for the Russian Bulls. And that was a field goal miss from their place kicker, Bobby Hanks. Oh, man. Okay. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming in here with a record of 8-3, including, the playoffs. So here we go. What are they going to do here? Can they jump on the lead here in the first quarter? Here it comes with their quarterback, DJ Orton. They let it go, and that'll be a 13. Yeah, +1. That's a 14. That's a touchdown for the Blue Sharks. And that was a run. That was a rushing touchdown for the Blue Sharks. So a TD run there. Okay. Now here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. As they're already kind of worried because they're like, man, come on. We couldn't put up no points in that first quarter. And here we go. What are the Russian Bulls going to do here? They're down by a touchdown. Here comes their quarterback, Vince United, marching them down the field. They let it go, and that's a 4. Man, no points for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. That was on defense, a punt for 54. They were forced to punt. So here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. What are they going to do here in the second quarter before halftime? And they will also receive the second half kickoff. Here comes the Blue Sharks. They want to extend that lead. Here comes the quarterback, DJ Orton. What is he going to do here? He lets it go, and that's a 16. Yep, it is 16 and a +1, 17. That's 10 points. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Sharks are going to go to halftime leading over the Russian Bulls, 17-0. They put 10 points in that second quarter. That was a TD run. So that's their second rushing touchdown. So I want to see who has been rushing. The first one at 6, that was for Ray Alexander. And the second one, 8, that was for Cody Wallace, their fullback. So both the halfback and the fullbacks for the Waterloo Blue Sharks have done a great job pounding in the rock inside the red zone, inside the touchdown zone to get 14 points plus the field goal by their place kicker, Kyle Crosby. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start the second half in the third quarter. The Blue Sharks, they just 2 quarters away from lifting that Texas Football League trophy. So here we go. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. Can they increase their lead here in the third quarter? Here we go. They let it go, and that's a 9. Nope, -1 is an 8, so no. So they come up empty-handed. Defense has a punt for 50. Okay. So far, neither team has turned the ball over. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They need to score some points here. They need to score at least a 19 to tie the game here for the moment. So here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Here we go with their quarterback, Victor Queen. They let it go, and that will be a 19. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, they have tied the game. They roll at 19. That's 17 points, and guess what? The Russian Bulls have come back to tie this game at 17 apiece. That's a run and a pass. So they get a TD run and a TD pass from their quarterback, Victor Queen. Unbelievable. So look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It's all tied up, 17-17. Man, those Russian Bulls are not going anywhere. They're saying if we got here, our intentions and our main method, our goal is to get out of here and take this trophy to our community, to our fans, to our town. Here we go. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. Now they're tied up, and let's see if they can break the tie here. Here we go with their quarterback, DJ Orton. They let it go. And that will be a 17. Oh, my God, but a -1. Oh, man, that would have given them 10 points. But the defense of the Anderson Road Russian Bulls, they bring it down to a 16. A touchdown for them. Okay. So right now they're up 24-17. Wow. So here we go. The touchdown was for a punt return for a touchdown. So that was returned by the return man, Marvin Simpsons. Okay. So it's a punt return. Okay. For the Waterloo Blue Sharks. Right now they have the lead, ladies and gentlemen. They're up on the Anderson Road Russian Bulls by 7. 24-17. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. This is going to be their last shot, their last opportunity. They need to score at least a 14 or higher, 14 to a 16 to tie the game and go to overtime, force it, or a 17 or higher to win the game and win the bowl also. Here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. This is it. This is moments like this where you have to capitalize, where you have to give it your all and leave it all on the football field. Here comes their quarterback, Victor Queen. Head coach Dick Mayweather making, he's calling the plays and everything. He's trying to set up the perfect strategy to have a miracle here and to win the trophy. Here we go. Russian Bulls. They let it go. No, that's a 3. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Waterloo Blue Sharks are going to win the TFL Bowl. Man, unbelievable. And congratulations to the Waterloo Blue Sharks, as they are going to win here the championship. And I'm going to just put here Waterloo Blue Sharks. Waterloo Blue Sharks champions right there. Season 1, and I'm just going to put the date here, 8/13/26. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Congratulations to the Waterloo Blue Sharks. They are our first here 2026 Season 1 TFL Bowl champions. Unbelievable. What a run, what a season for those Waterloo Blue Sharks, especially for the head coach Noah Underwood. They win it by just 7 points by a touchdown, 24-17. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls were trying. They came to tie the game at the third quarter, 17. And then the Waterloo Blue Sharks managed to get a touchdown, only 7 points at the final quarter, at the fourth quarter, to win it and to take that trophy with them, 24-17. Unbelievable. Here in this game, two touchdowns, for rushes. So they were all two rushing touchdowns, a punt return for a touchdown, and then for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls, they had a rushing touchdown and a TD pass. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. We have our first, Texas Football League Championship Bowl winners, and that is the Waterloo Blue Sharks. They finish with the regular season and the playoffs, everything included, finishing with a record of 9 wins and 3 losses. So congratulations to those Waterloo Blue Sharks. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to let y'all go. This was the ending of the season 1. We will definitely start season 2 on another occasion pretty soon. Now, this is the pen and paper football version for D20. I have another second league where this same teams right here, 10 teams, will compete. Pretty much, and this league is called the American Football Association. So this one is the Texas Football League Season 1. The other one is the American Football Association Season 1. So stay tuned in for that one. That one's going to start pretty soon also. So that's a second league that they're going to compete also for that championship. And this one's based off of D10. But I will be making a video pretty soon, hopefully today or tomorrow. I don't know when, if I'm not that busy. And I will be, screen recording it and showing you off my PDF file and showing you how the scoring charts are. And it's just based on, all you're going to need is just a D10 and 2 D6s of a different color, because you have to rate the offense, the defense, and you know how it goes. Of a matrix chart, for a grade level, of a letter. So yeah, so stay tuned in for that video. So if y'all like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you on the next episode, all right? And hopefully y'all enjoyed this, all right? This was the Texas Football League Season 1 playoffs, 2026. And we have our winner, our new champions. Our first world champions, and that is the Waterloo Blue Sharks. Congratulations to them. All right, and I'll catch you on the next video. All right, y'all stay safe and blessed. And once again, I want to give a quick shout out to, their cards and dice with Don, Jackson, Allen, Jason Graham, and Brian from Clark Addison Games, and a lot of great YouTube creators out there. John Turnbull. You already know who you are. So yeah, y'all stay safe out there, all right? And y'all have a wonderful day, all right? Peace.